So now here we are going to learn the split function. So in this data set, so we have already it was the similar data set, and we took a small range of just a sample of 10 data points, and we have added name column into this. So for every invoice there is a different name, right? So in this case we have added these full names, and these are the name of the people who have bought ticket relevant to this invoice number, right? Now let's say we want to do an analysis on this full name. I mean, there are people who are having name and surname. There are people who are having name, middle name, and surname. And I want to find out how many people named Davis, or how many is having surname Davis, how many people having name Pearson, or how many people having middle name Thomas or Einstein. So I can find out these things, but only after splitting out these points. Now we have already seen a split function. We can use it from here, or custom split. But let's see a different technique of splitting this thing. So that is basically using a calculated field. Let's go to sheet here. Now in this sheet, we can see full name things is available there. We'll put it in column, sorry, in the row section, and we got this full name. Now we'll be creating a calculated field, and we'll be putting up the name as first name. Okay, and first name, and then in this first name we'll be providing up a function which will be splitting this name and surname. So as we can see, there is space between all these points, and these space are known as delimiters, right? So we can split all these points with respect to this. Now so let's go to calculated field, first name, and when we wanted to split the first name, so there is an inbuilt function name split. Yes, this is, and it is asking for a string, so the string name is full name. Yeah, yes, full name, right? And then delimiter, I said you the delimiter is space, so we'll be providing a space, and the token number. So what is token number exactly? So token number is the number of word available in that particular line. So let's say into our first system there is Albert, Einstein, George, which is available. So in this case Albert is the first token, so we'll be and since we require first name, so we'll be providing token 1, and then it's okay. Now let's put the same thing aside. So now we can see all the first name have been available, and it's visible to us. Okay. Similarly, we can do for middle name and last name as well. But let's first go take the middle name. But in this case, when we go for middle name, there are few names which do not have middle name, like John Davis, Peter Parker, Rebecca Smith, and yeah. So these are the three names which do not have middle name. So in this case, if we provide it a token 2, then there is a problem. So let's just check it out. Let's say the last name will be again a function split where it will contains the full name, comma, space, comma. Now there is a problem. What token number should I give, 2 or 3? If I give it 2, which is for Davis, but in the case of Albert Einstein and George Lee, it will contain the other number, right? It is the middle name. So this is a big problem. So in this case, what we are going to do is we are going to provide the count of the last one. So that is the token, which should be -1, right? This -1 denotes that we are asking for the last one, irrespective of how many characters are there in or how many words are there in between. We are just asking for the last one, and apply and okay, and this L1 is created, and yes. So as we can see, Albert Einstein, George. It's George, Kunwan, Davis, Kraft, Edison, etc. So these are the surnames or the last name of the people who are traveling. Now I get this thing very clear that I need to find out this V, or I need to find out people with middle name Einstein. It's one of the difficult tasks to find out, right? How to do all these points. So it's very simple. Now, in this case, we are going to use the function name find, and then we are going to find out the middle name. So there are two things which can be used. Either we can use calculated, and over here we are going to use the middle function, middle name, right? So in this middle name, what we are going to do is we are going to create a new function. Few functions. So we'll name it as middle name dash one, and this middle name will have the function name find, and this find name will contain only two things, which is a string and the substring from where it starts, and it starts, right? So in this we are going to provide the name, which is again a full name, right, comma the delimiter, which is space, and okay. So we can see there is m minus 1 already created in the measure ones.